Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. At Healthy Steps Nutrition, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach. We know that helping your clients become the best and healthiest versions of themselves isn't just about what they eat or coming to the gym a few hours a week. We, as gym owners and coaches, have to focus on a holistic approach, looking at support systems, stress management, sleep, mindset, lifestyle, and of course, exercise and nutrition. I'm your host, Nicole Coyne, registered dietitian and founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, CrossFit HSN, and HSN Mentoring. I'm also the author of The Basics of Nutrition Coaching, CrossFit Preferred Nutrition course. In this podcast, I'm going to teach you how to make one step at a time to becoming the best nutrition coach and building an awesome habit-based coaching program. Today, we are in the middle of a series that I'm calling the Healthy Steps Nutrition Mentoring Framework, and we're on part 2, where we are going to talk about packaging. Now, in a gym setting, last week we talked about pricing. On the last episode, we talked about pricing your nutrition coaching program. We talked about building a 12-week initial membership for nutrition coaching and then into an ongoing membership where it just automatically renews every single month, and you're billing for the in-person time you're spending with clients, but also the virtual time that's spent with accountability and support. If you want more information about that, go back to last week's episode. Today, we're building off of that. We own a CrossFit affiliate at our gym. And if I'm honest, we did not start, and I had no plans of opening up a gym when I started Healthy Steps Nutrition. I was working as a hospital dietitian and thought the system was backwards. We were in a sick care system. It was a revolving door. I absolutely did not like it, but I needed something to pay the bills. Started this side hustle called Healthy Steps Nutrition. Was doing nutrition coaching, made a lot of mistakes that I recommend many gym owners and coaches avoid today, but I wasn't planning on opening up a gym. It wasn't until we started helping gym owners and helping CrossFit affiliates build nutrition into their gyms that I looked at my husband one day and I was like, if we're gonna really help CrossFit affiliates do nutrition, we need to own one. So that's what we did in 2016. We opened up our affiliate, and what I can say is the magic that happens inside of that place is absolutely incredible. The transformations that happen, not the weight that's lost, yes, of course, but like the disease that people are like taking control of themselves, the medications that they're getting off of. I've seen people get off of diabetic medications. I've seen people get off of statins and cholesterol medications, so blood pressure, everything. And it all came down to eating well, not too much, exercising consistently, prioritizing their sleep, and surrounding themselves with people who had like-minded goals. It's simple, not easy. And what I can tell you from the transition that we had from Healthy Steps Nutrition, just a nutrition company, to offering this total package in the gym, yes, of course, our people saw better results. I can tell you that hands down. They saw better results, but it increased their retention. They had that community piece of the puzzle and inside of our gym. And it doesn't, yes, we do CrossFit, but we have a lot of other gyms, different types of gyms that use our program, and they see something very, very similar. But the really cool part of building this type of program and package in your gym, the solid front end offer that encompasses nutrition, fitness, and accountability, is the deepened connections that you make with your clients. Now, I didn't realize the power of it because it was always a part of our culture, right? We started backwards compared to most people that listen to this podcast. You opened up a gym and then realized, oh wait, nutrition's the missing piece. I need to get my stuff in order and get a nutrition coaching program to support my members. But when I started really talking to our clients and traveling around to different gyms that have been running our program for a while, CrossFit affiliates that have been around for 15 plus years, they all kind of said the same thing. Like, it's deepened the connection that I have with my clients. And I've heard it over and over again since 2020. Why? Well, for most of us, and this is how it goes in our gym, we don't really have a big buffer between classes. The coach doesn't have time to talk about stress management, talk about what's going on in their life, talk about their sleep routine, and all of these other factors that are ultimately influencing nutrition decisions and their ability to show up consistently in classes. But when you do have that intentional time, when you're sitting down and talking to people one-on-one, when you're checking in with them every single week on habits that are not just coming to the gym, but all the other things that are going on in their life, you are able to support them in such a greater way. You're able to impact their life in such a greater way, which is ultimately why we are doing what we're doing in the first place, right? Connection is one of the most powerful things when you think about the magic that happens inside of boutique fitness facilities, inside of CrossFit gyms. It's the community aspect. It's the connections that we make, and you're able to do that so much faster as a coach, as a gym owner with your clients when you have that intentional time to sit down and talk to them. So, big picture, building a nutrition program in a gym. We've got 3 buckets of people. I talked about it last week, but I think it's important to bring it up again. Existing members who aren't seeing results. Great. Let's upgrade them. Let's add the nutrition coaching package to their membership. They add the nutrition membership. Okay, no problem. They sign up, still 3-month commitment, then moving to ongoing coaching. You've got this middle bucket of people. Maybe it's past members, maybe it's friends, family members, coworkers, maybe it's people on your following, on your email list that aren't yet ready to make that step to your gym, or maybe they go to another gym. I don't care. But they are looking for nutrition help because they're not seeing the results as fast as they want. Great, let's get them started with nutrition only. And then let's hopefully eventually get them into the gym. I will tell you that all of our employee wellness programs, all of them started as nutrition clients. The local ones moved into personal training, the CEOs of construction companies mostly. And then we ended up doing employee wellness. So many gyms get super excited about employee wellness, but guess what? It started as nutrition only. And then we just built that relationship. And I'm like, man, I see what you did for me. Like, I want you to help my employees too. So nutrition only is a really good option. Then the best way to grow a nutrition program in a gym, solid front-end offer encompasses nutrition, fitness, and accountability. Now, I want to take a few minutes to talk about exactly really the rest of this podcast episode about what that looks like, because so many gym owners are very, very confused. I do not mean someone comes into your gym, sits down and talks to you about how they want to lose weight, get in shape, whatever. And you say, all right, let's sign up for fitness. And then let's go have another separate free intro that talks about signing up for nutrition. That is not what I'm saying at all. If you believe, and hopefully if you are listening to this podcast, you do believe this, if you believe that someone will see better results with nutrition, fitness, and accountability, why wouldn't you get them started with nutrition on day one, or at least recommend that option to them? I can say with 1000% conviction as a CrossFit affiliate owner, if I get someone bought in on nutrition, fitness, and accountability on day one, we will change their life faster. I know we will. That extra accountability, that extra support, no matter what their goals are, especially when you're looking at a holistic approach, when you're addressing stress and sleep and support system and all these other factors, we all have something that we can all work on. There's always something to work on to help with clients. So guiding someone into having that free intro process established, we're guiding them. It has to be simple. It has to be easy for them to get started with nutrition, fitness, accountability on day one. If someone signs up for that, then you're booking them for their first personal training session or whatever the path is for them to get started with fitness. And then you're booking them for that initial consultation with nutrition. So it's simple. It's easy. The way we call it, what we call it is a 12-week transformation program. It includes nutrition, fitness, accountability. We've bundled all of it together. It's not a discount. It's just easy. We guide people to that option. So we need it to be easy. We need an easy way for people to upgrade to nutrition. Now, I spoke at a CrossFit affiliate gathering a couple weeks ago, and I posed a question to everyone, a couple questions, and it was a super interesting answers. So one question I asked was, if I were to jump in a class, in any one of your classes with any of your coaches, and I said I was interested in your nutrition coaching program, would your coaches be able to tell me what it was about and how to get started? Or would they just say, oh, you need to go talk to Susie, the nutrition coach? the overwhelming majority of people did not feel confident that every coach was speaking the same language. And here's the deal. Lean in if you're an HSN mentoring client. You guys, as part of the initial onboarding process, got an initial training to get your coaches on board with the nutrition program. Many, what we recommend when you're launching a new nutrition program, have your coaches be on board and do the nutrition challenge so they can experience it. But I would venture to say most gyms, when you have staff meetings, if you do have staff meetings, which hopefully you do not keep nutrition a consistent part, a line item on your staff meeting. If you are not prioritizing nutrition and talking about it, highlighting, telling the rest of your staff what's going on, the bright spots that are happening with your nutrition coaching program, they're not going to keep it a priority in their message and ultimately when they're talking to members. It needs to be super easy for someone to get started with your nutrition coaching program that is in your gym. I think it's so easy, especially in a small group setting, if someone says, man, that workout was hard, or I'm struggling to stay on track with my nutrition, or man, I didn't eat today, or I'm whatever they're saying that relates to the nutrition piece. Hey, have you considered doing our nutrition coaching program? You really should. Susie's awesome. She's going to work with you, meet you where you're at, keep you accountable. You've got an app to work with her. Here, go over to this iPad and book a free discovery call with her. At HSN, we do goal setting sessions with our clients that we include in body scans. And I know without a doubt, if someone asked me to do an InBody scan when we're not in the season of goal setting sessions, they're really should be getting nutrition coaching. They're wanting to see if what they're doing is they're seeing the results. And actually every time almost that someone says, hey, can I do an InBody scan? I'm like, sure, you can do it. We can give you an InBody scan, no problem. But really you need nutrition coaching to help you actually see results so that InBody scan can move in the direction that you want it faster. And that's what happens. They upgrade to nutrition. We got to make it easy for them to upgrade to nutrition. So those are the two pieces, right? Front end offer that encompasses nutrition, fitness, and accountability. Now, I'm going to talk about something related to that in a minute. But the other piece of the puzzle is when new members come in, whether they sign up for nutrition or not, if you have a foundations program, you should be integrating nutrition into that foundations program. And I don't mean one separate session where it's a fire hose of information for people and like a nutrition seminar fire hose. I don't mean that. I mean bite-sized information to people every single time they come in for a personal training session or a group foundations program. CrossFit recently launched a mentoring program, and I wrote the nutrition component on this, and we talked a lot about what this actually looks like. And I'll explain here what it looks like at HSN HQ. Someone signs up for our gym. They have 4 personal training sessions. Each one of those personal training sessions has a designated warm-up, some education on what movements they're learning, and then a shortened version of a workout. There is also a nutrition component in the programming. It's something simple. Hey, let's talk about what macronutrients are and balance. Let's talk about the core principles we have with nutrition. Focus on whole foods first. Let's focus on balance. Here are the macronutrients. Here's the plate method. Does your plate usually look like this? If not, how can we start making it look like this? We give them a 3-compartment container. It's so simple. One simple topic that they're hearing nutrition over and over and over again. If you want people to associate you with nutrition help, you have to be consistent with talking about it. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a nutrition coach that's talking about that. Anyone can talk about what is a protein, what is a carb, what is a fat, how do you build that together to make a balanced meal? Anyone can talk about how you incorporate protein with every meal and snack. If your members are only prioritizing a protein shake because that's what they think they need to build muscle, and they're not getting protein throughout the day, they're not going to build the muscle they're working really hard for. So what do you need to do? You need to talk about how to incorporate protein with every single meal. Short, bite-sized information. Build it into your programming so it's consistent and it doesn't rely on you as an owner, you as a nutrition coach to deliver that information. Anyone can deliver that. If you don't do a foundations program where you're not meeting people in a small group or one-on-one, build it into an email sequence. So day 1, someone signs up. They're getting this email that talks about balance. Day 2, they're getting an email talking about something else. Day 3 or 4, they're getting emails talking about another topic related to nutrition. Keep it so simple, make it automated, make it part of your programming so you're not having to remember and rely on you doing it every single time. So building it into the programming. If you are part of the CrossFit Mentor program, amazing. Make sure you ask your mentor about that module so that you guys can work on that and you get the exact information for that. Now, let's also, and if you're a mentoring client, you have access to it too. So don't worry, we didn't leave you out there. Okay, so that is a big piece of the puzzle. We want to keep it consistent. The other thing I want you to think about, and this is a thing that I think is really important to think about. What if someone does not sign up for nutrition on day 1? So I would expect at least 50% of people that are coming in to sign up for nutrition. If you've revamped your sales process, you've got a solid front end offer, and you've built a lead nurture sequence that talks about nutrition, you have Google reviews that talk about nutrition. What if someone doesn't sign up for nutrition? Well, if you have a foundations program or you've built the new lead email or like new member email sequence that has nutrition, okay, they're getting nutrition information there, but you should probably book a goal setting session with them to sit down and talk to them about their goals and what they're wanting and are they reaching their goals at the rate they want. Another opportunity for you to upgrade them to nutrition and fitness. Typically around like the 8 to 10 week mark is a good option there. So we want to make sure that we're booking that in, and if we have to reschedule it, okay, but at least it's on the books for you to know. Now, something that I've been focusing a lot on with our gym owners, and recently I had a call with a gym, and it's like, Nicole, we're getting about 30% of people signed up for nutrition. I'd like to get it higher. They do pretty well on social media. And I was like, okay, well, what are people seeing before they come into your facility? We know that if you have a good lead nurture sequence where people understand the problems that you solve and how you solve them, you're going to attract people that have those problems and want you to solve them that way. So do people see nutrition from the time that they opt in, like price request or book a free intro? Are they seeing anything related to nutrition, fitness, and accountability and the success stories that you have? I want to take a pause right there, because the answer for most people is no. They don't have an automated sequence that shows people that are opting in how they solve the problems. Here's the deal. People, when you nurture them well, will spend on average 7 times more than if you don't nurture them well. Meaning, if you show how you solve problems through nutrition, fitness, and accountability before they come in, they will expect nutrition to be a part of the conversation. But if you don't share anything about that, they're going to think that your CrossFit affiliate or whatever type of gym you own is going to solve their problem just with that gym. On the opposite side, here's the gold standard. When people look at your business on your social media, they very obvious it's you help with nutrition, fitness, and accountability. They go to Google reviews. They see a ton of Google reviews that say nutrition, fitness, and accountability. By the time when they opt in for a free intro, there's automated sequences that state the first email. Susie, here's how it works at CrossFit HSN, at Healthy Steps Nutrition. Here's how we help people. Their nutrition, fitness, and accountability. Ideally, it's a video coming from you so they can see your face, see your passion about helping people and how you help people through those 3 things. The next video or even a PS of that first email of how it works should be a success story. Meet Jill, our awesome client who's lost X weight or done X, Y, and Z through our nutrition, fitness, and accountability program. If you're not highlighting the people that are doing awesome with your program, your leads are going to think that you're just selling them on something when they come in. When you do this well, people will go to the option that you guide them to. And here's the deal. Check it for yourself. When you do the research, when you build out a funnel like this, the open rates are exponentially higher than your regular mass email open rates. Why? People that opt in are trying to figure out if your business is the right place for them. They're doing the research. They want to know more about your business. If you are only giving automated emails to remind people of their appointment without using that awesome time to nurture them a little bit more, you're missing a huge opportunity. So I would, if I were you, opt in to your new lead sequence, book a free intro with your business and just see what people see. You might be surprised and you might realize, man, I could do a better job than this. And if I'm honest, I actually did the same thing with mentoring. When a new gym books a free call, I did that earlier this week. I said, let me just opt in and see what people see. We had an automated sequence. It averaged an 80% open rate, which is really high. The average for a gym and fitness industry is about 30% open rate. Our welcome sequence, 80% open rate. But those videos were back from 2016, 2017. I think I can do a better job with video content now. So guess what? We grabbed videos that we already had and I made some new emails and we'll see how those turn out. But the thing is once you set it, you can kind of forget it. And then maybe you go back in a year or two and then revisit, hey, maybe I actually have better success stories here. Now that I've been doing nutrition a little bit longer, I have some more inspirational things that I can talk about in these email sequence so that people can expect nutrition to be a part of the conversation. Lead nurture sequences are a part of HSN mentoring. We give them to you. So if you're listening to this and you're an HSN mentoring client, please opt in, go to a free intro, go back and look and see what you need to update, revamp, add in some new success stories, some new Google reviews. Fantastic. If you are a gym that's doing nutrition, I asked this at the CrossFit Affiliate Summit. I said, raise your hand. There were about 200 people in the room. I said, raise your hand if you have a Google review that says nutrition. Out of all of those people, 3 people raised their hand. 3 people. The thing is more than 3 people were doing nutrition. More than 3 people had gyms that people were opting into nutrition. But if we don't specifically ask our members to give us a Google review stating nutrition and accountability, they're going to say, the gym is awesome, really clean. If you don't specifically ask, maybe they'll even leave 5 stars, which is great. I love 5 stars. But I also really think that you have an inspiring story that could inspire someone else to take action. And I can tell you from personal experience, the people that sign up for our nutrition coaching program, our family nutrition, high accountability nutrition, they tell me, I went to Google. You have the most Google reviews related to nutrition. I know that you can help us with nutrition and fitness. Isn't that what you want? People seeking you out for nutrition, fitness, and accountability? If you have a nutrition coaching program, make a list of your people and go ask them, hey, I know that your story can inspire someone else. Would you mind leaving us a Google review or updating your Google review to say how nutrition, fitness, and accountability has helped you? Not necessarily the pounds lost. Great, you can say that, but what about the other things? How has this impacted your confidence, your sleep, your relationships, the other things that you do day to day? Because those are the things that someone's going to read and be like, man, I want that too. People need to understand how you've helped other people just like them. All right. If you are a Push Press Grow client, we do have, and an HSN mentoring client, we do have a lot of these automations in Grow. So make sure you ask your friends over at Grow if you're an HSN mentoring client to hook you up, and they will get them over to you. Next week, I am talking about probably my favorite P to talk about, which is people. It really comes down to systems, which is what we're talking about: pricing, packaging, structuring, professional experience, and people. You need both of those to deliver and execute, scale, and grow a professional nutrition coaching program. So next episode, we're going to talk about how to find a good coach and how to get people on board, AKA your staff, and how to maybe have some difficult conversations to ensure that we're all speaking the same language. Tune in, subscribe if you're listening to this, and we'll see you back in the next episode.